Hey guys, and how's it going? We're going to do our first video with the new camera. It looks kind of bright on the screen. I'm hoping that's not real, how it's not going to look on the computer. But we're working on this 212 again. In the last video we did on it, we were having trouble throttling it up. It wouldn't throttle up. I ended up fixing that. The problem was the points are supposed to be set at 20. The points were set at 30. So somebody who had it at one point before me changed the points and a buddy of mine who had it before me put new points on it, and he told me all about it, and I thought, oh great, they're going to need to be adjusted because he don't know how to adjust points. So I started it up and I throttled it. As you guys remember in the last video we did that. And the engine, if you don't remember, the engine had an awful knock. When I tried throttling it, it knocked. The dipstick flew out and a few other things. The engine started shaking. So I shut the camera off and I got to thinking last night, and I remembered when I first bought the 73, I had problems with the points. I had to replace the points because it wouldn't throttle. And I started thinking, well, maybe if I adjust those points, it might fix it. So I adjusted the points to 20. I had them on there. I have it a little bit tight, but it should be okay for what I'm going to do with it. I set the points. They're a little bit tight. They do move a little bit when I have the feeler gauge in there, but it should be okay. So new problem that we're having when I throttle the engine up and I unhook the governor. When you throttle the engine up, it starts to run away. Half throttle is full throttle up here. You get it about right here. That's full throttle. Up all the way is runaway. You still can control the throttle when it runs away, so it's not running away technically. It's just getting a little too much gas. Speaking of, I had that spring. I better keep an eye on that. But what I think the problem with it is the governor arm. I think might need to adjust it. If you guys remember on the round fender where we had to adjust the, I think just assumed, we had to adjust the governor on it, and I think we may have to adjust this one. This is how far back it goes. So I might have to take this off of here. I might have to pull this. I'll do it later. But I think the governor might need to be adjusted back some. I've done it before. This is how far. Well, it does fight you when the engine's running, so it's a good thing. But yeah, I think it needs to be moved a little bit. And the problem with it is it's got a little wiggle. It moves in and out. Now that might be okay, and it's not doing what it was before. But I put the wrench on it, and I noticed it moves side to side. Now there it is. I don't know if you saw that or not. See that? Side play. So I'm starting to wonder if our governor might be wore out. We may have to pull it apart. I hope not. If that's the case, then I'm just going to start pulling parts off, because this has a few parts on it that I need. I just really don't want to go too far into this one. I already went too far into it, if you ask me, not knowing most of this stuff about it that I should. But I guess let's go on ahead and we'll continue into it, and we'll see if we can fix this issue. So, okay. So what do we need to do first? Let me go on ahead and I'll put you guys in a tripod, and I'll bring it down, and we'll take a look at this, and we'll loosen it and get this off of here and see if we get it going. I really like this camera because off the side of it, it's got a screen, and the screen can move around and be put inside the space when you flip it around. The only problem with it is it's not LCD. Or it's not LED, so when you look at it from an angle, it gives you different colors. But I have it set right now so it can see what I'm doing. think I should probably pull this. Don't let me forget, I'm gonna have to grab the thing. Let's see how far back it goes. Right there. Oh, it hits that cover. I'm not sure how far it's supposed to move. So, that's the thing. I think right there. So let's loosen this. I ever tell you guys I don't like doing governors? There we go. You may just go on ahead and pull the arm off. Let me just pull this out of here. And see. Can we turn this? The engine is hot. I just had it running, so I gotta be careful what I touch right now. Where is my flathead screwdriver that I just had? Where did I set it? I set my screwdriver down. I don't think... Oh, I had a wrench. Never mind. Let's see. There we go. There we go. That's covered in oil. Okay, well, let me clean this off a little bit, get the oil off of it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I did that, and I wiped it off. Let's see how far back this goes. Okay, so I was told when you adjust one of these governors, you want this all the way back. Before you put the arm all the way back along with that, and that's how you adjust it. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but that's how I've done it. That's how I did it on the round fender, and it seemed to work. Keep in mind, that is the first engine I've ever done the governor on, so and it seemed to work. Now, as long as that stays where I want it, I can adjust. It'd be nice if I had another helper, or if it'd be better even if the engine wasn't hot. I mean, that's what I get though for running it earlier. I need something to hold this in place. What we could do. It's probably not recommended to do this, but I'm gonna put the throttle back up and throttle the engine with the governor with this hooked up. Maybe that'll help me. So let me run this to where it needs to be. No. I would like to get this out of here. I want it in this notch. There we go. Third notch from the bottom. There's two right here. Then there's more up here. Third notch from the bottom is where you want it. Now let me throttle the engine all the way up. Like so. Oh, that don't take me all the way, does it? Huh. All right. So right there. Now, if that'll stay where I put it just now, we can adjust it. Again, don't attempt this at home, what you see me do. That's back all the way. I just wanted to double check and be sure. Because as soon as I crank this down, that's it. Now I probably could have done that, but oh shit. Okay, well that's tight. It's holding on there, so there we go. Throttle that. Let's put our, I probably should have waited before I did that, but oh well, that's on me. Throttle that down. Settle it up. Let's try that now and see if it throttles up like I want it to. Okay everybody, are you guys ready to try this thing out? Let's go. Definitely a lot better than it was before. That was throttled up all the way, so we're going to have to do some adjusting to get it where I want it. So let me go on ahead and let me do some fixing real quick so I can just get a little bit more throttle out of it. And I also want to put some electrical tape over one of the wires, and I will be right back. could idle up, it could throttle a little bit higher and have a little bit more response, but that seems about fine to me. Personally, I think it does just about fine. Let me do a few minor extra adjustments, and we'll take it out and we'll drive it around for a little while. So we're going to have to take a look at something else on there. I noticed it was starting to throttle up higher, so something's not right there. And then I think that was about it, so I may have to look into that and find out what's going on. I might just have to play with the spring a little bit and get it somewhere where I like it. I have it set to where it's set out on the 216 where that motor runs good, but it might need to be played with a little bit more on this one. So not quite sure about it right now on this motor, but we'll have to play with it for sure and see what we can get. So we'll see. Okay, you guys, I can tell you right now, this 212 has a pretty mean stance to it. Looking at it from here, looks pretty mean. Next thing that we're going to go on ahead and do, I think we've got the running stuff solved, all except for I need to find an air filter housing for it and also a filter. I think I have a filter somewhere around here, but I don't have something to go over top of the air filter for the housing, but I might be able to make something for that. We'll see. Next thing that I want to do is I want to make a front grill, because if you guys don't notice, it doesn't have a grill, so I need to make a grill for it or find out where I can get one. So temporarily I want to make one for it. Look! It's not in, but it's on there. I don't think it looks too bad. It needs a little bit of a moving over, but it looks good. I'm probably going to end up having to pull the hood off there to get it in where I want it, but for the most part, it'll work. Okay, everybody, I know you're not going to like what I've done. I'm just going to show you guys what I've done while you guys were away. We put the grill on. The grill's on and mounted. It goes back a little bit further than it should, as you can tell. And also, on here, I do have a filter, but like I said, I had to make my own air cover. That right there is a coffee can top, one of them little red ones, and it's got a wing nut on there and a filter. I don't have a top cover like I said before for this, so I had to improvise. That's what I'm going to use for right now. I could have gotten away with using some OSB board or some of that hard cardboard, but the problem with that all is if that gets wet, it's going to deteriorate, and then over time the OSB board will deteriorate too, and if it gets hot, it'll catch on fire. That will melt, but not anytime soon, hopefully. It seems pretty sturdy, so we're going to try it out, and it fit the gap about perfect, so that's what I'm going to use. So let me go on ahead and we'll try it out and we'll see how it does. You guys ready? One thing I do notice on it is it does need some governor work. It's definitely not perfect. Another thing about it I noticed is fourth gear does not work. So I think we're gonna have to, I think this transmission might only have 3 gears. So I don't know what to do there. Other than that, I think that's about it. So it does need some variator work, but we're gonna work on that next time. I think I've done about as much as I want to do with this right now. It's getting late, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm not sure what we're gonna do in the next video. I will have to see what I think. So I will see you all in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.